You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. How you doing over there this morning, Dan?
Doing all right. Another weekend has come and gone.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Very good stuff.
It's August.
Someone's got a case of the Monday.
I got a case of the Monday.
This will cheer you up. Wes Craven was born this day.
Oh, nice.
Love Wes Craven.
Yeah, you very seldom...
Guy's a stud.
Not a lot of directors get a whole lot of accolades, but he became
He's
pretty famous.
amazing.
He passed away a couple years ago, didn't he?
2015, so 6 years ago, yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was a master.
yes, sir.
He was a master. And speaking of horror,
Yeah.
Eddie Munster is 68 today.
Oh, Eddie.
Butchie, little Butch Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, yeah. He's had quite a career. You don't hear a lot of him, but he's still pretty active. He's got well over 50 film and TV credits and stuff. He's happily married and just kind of getting after it. And Archie Bunker, also born this day. Of course, Carol O'Connor, actor. What a switch up. He went from Archie Bunker a few years later starring in TV series Heat of the Night.
Heat of the Night, yeah.
Such completely did, but
very different
pulling
characters.
both off without...
Yep, absolutely.
And exactly. And there are some who would probably see that and go, that was Archie? Because he did
Yeah.
such a good job being, both of them.
Well, this is important. It was 1776. Yes, you do know that date. The formal signing of the United States Declaration of Independence.
How great is that?
When the majority of the names got put on there.
56 signatures, but all anybody really remembers is John Hancock. Because apparently he was wearing magnifying reader glasses that day.
You know why his name is bigger?
Why, John?
Because he wanted to make sure the king could see his name.
Okay. All right. My favorite
That's
dad
why.
joke. Where is the Declaration signed? At the bottom. It was 1790. The first United States Census is conducted. No kidding, way back then. Population, this day in 1790, 3,939,214. Today,
It's a little more.
331,449,281. Oops, bummer, 280. Thoughts and prayers to the Lindquist family. And it was 1876 that James Butler / Wild Bill Hickok shot and killed that saloon in Deadwood, South Dakota.
I remember when
I
that happened.
love Deadwood. I really do. Deadwood is such a neat little town.
Holding aces and eights at the time, now known as the Dead Man's Hand.
Yeah.
Sure. I watched it happen. That was a reenactment, I guess. But
You guess?
yeah, I guess it was a reenactment. But we still watched it happen.
I got $10. It says it was a reenactment. And I know, we all know, and we can just get this thing done.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you now for the next month or so by SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Monday?
Came across this story, and it's really kind of fun. Reddit, I'm not sure what Reddit is. Is that a social...
It's a website.
Yeah.
It's a
thing.
website
It's like a job,
thing.
posting.
I think I
thing.
would know this. I am, after all, a social media influencer.
You really are.
Anyway, they just put the word out going, hey, anybody interested in talking about like the worst date ever they've ever been on? And I think the thing exploded.
Of course.
They compiled
Right.
what they think are some of the best, worst dates. And yeah, some of this stuff is horrifying. And I'm just going to relate a few of these stories. Here's a young lady who says, we came out from a movie. It was late at night, and my date's Camaro had been stolen.
Oh, wow.
Well, he grabbed his phone and kind of ducked down the block a bit and called what would turn out to be his wife, who I had no idea he had.
Oh, my gosh.
Let her know what had happened and where he was. She showed up, realized he was on a date, started chasing me around the parking lot, telling me she was going to kill me.
Oh, wow.
Thank goodness the police arrived just in time to take the auto theft report.
I thought
Oh
maybe
my
she showed up and took the car.
Nope.
Whoa.
Oh.
I can't believe people do this. Here's another one. We were on a date. We've been seeing each other for a while. She gets a phone call and looks absolutely destroyed and then tells me her fiance had just been in a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
I had no idea.
We're on a date right now.
People are absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy. And this is probably my favorite because I can somehow relate. Got set up on a blind date from a mutual friend. She shows up to the restaurant where we're meeting, already obviously a little bit tipsy.
Right.
Proceeds to order multiple appetizers, only taking a bite or two out of each one. Proceeds to order several more drinks, is visibly drunk at this point. Gets up, says she's going to the bathroom, staggers off, and I never saw her again. Hit an exit and grabbed a cab or something.
Later, dude.
It's like, man, how did that work out for you? Not really well.
Ever have a really bad first date, Dan?
I'm probably, oh man, this was right out of high school. Okay, and we had just finished, me and my two buddies, Butch and Lenny, we had just finished actually rebuilding a beautiful Camaro Z28.
Oh, nice.
Black, red, I mean, it was a nasty car by the time it was done.
Yeah.
And I met a girl at a party, something. I said, hey, would you like to go out at our house Friday night, whatever. And so I told Butch, and I said, hey, I'm taking the Camaro if it's okay with you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm pretty jacked up because, I have her address, whatever, and I pull up in front of her house, go to the door, knocking, and finally she opens it and says, what are you doing here?
Oh.
So I'm here to pick you up for the night. And she goes, oh, yeah, I didn't really mean that, and shuts the door in my face.
Oh.
And I spent the whole day getting ready, getting the Camaro on. Yeah, so that wasn't even technically a date, but that really happened.
Oh, my gosh.
It really happened, yeah.
So one that a Facebook friend of mine, I felt so bad for this young lady. It kind of reminds me of the Camaro stealing thing that you mentioned. She was on a date with a guy, and during the date, they're sitting at this restaurant. She said, the day was going great until his wife walked in. Mm-hmm. Said his wife walks in, and she's like, what are you doing here? And he said there was this big altercation. Anyway, they end up leaving. And then people from the restaurant come over and give her the bill. It was like $120 for the food and wine and all this stuff. She's like, so not only did I go on a date with a married man who got dragged off in the middle of the date, I got to pay for the date too.
Well, there's a lot of classy folks out there.
Yeah,
Like,
there
please
are.
quit setting me up with people. Somebody set her up with that guy.
So yeah, everybody's got their stories.
Well, Dan, thank you. That was a good one. And I think we can all agree that is one we all find interesting.
Well, gosh, thanks. I love being validated.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm here to show small businesses that radio is a great investment. So, what do you have here?
This is a Chinese Ming vase.
Wow, that looks expensive and a bit fragile.
Yes, it's valued at... Oh my God, what are you doing?
Hey, that was fragile.
Why did you do that?
To show everyone that radio advertising is a much better investment than some old pottery. Sure hope you had insurance on that thing. Let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life right here on the radio. Here's the legal lady.
No priceless heirlooms were destroyed. It was all in your mind. Thanks to BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back in right now with, what do you got for us today on this fine Monday?
Well, it's nice to see a group of people that we're familiar with getting a little more press, shining a little more light on it. Unfortunately, it's through fairly tragic circumstances. Taking the story, you recall it, missing a woman out of Del Rapids was found the other day.
Yeah,
and actually on a little search mission by a group known as the Prairie Patriots.
Amazing group of people, by the way.
Yeah, and a lot of folks don't know. And in fact, it's a little interview with Jeff Shawd, who we've known. Yeah. And this group will do anything. And according to Jeff, we are all volunteers. Not a single person in our organization gets a paycheck. That's absolutely true. Group of trained volunteers has skills in a variety of areas, including ground and water searches, CPR, radio
That's
communications.
fantastic.
Yeah.
They are a non-profit, and they're also starting a search dive team at this point.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he said it's pretty simple. When someone is in need, someone needs to step up and help, and we will do whatever, wherever we can. There are chapters now in both Dakotas and also Nebraska.
Nice.
Not just here in our neck of the woods.
Love
yeah,
it.
and if you manage to make it out to the fairgrounds this year for the 4th of July fireworks that we did, and you saw
Yep.
that display of about 100 American flags and all that kind of thing, there's members of Prairie Patriots that help us do all that,
Yep.
set up, tear down, and everything else. So. Yeah.
Awesome organization.
Yeah, good
Awesome
people. Very, very good people.
Yeah, I just wanted to shed a little more light on that. Great group.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, sir.
I have to go now.
Well,
Yeah,
you
well,
don't have
Ranger
to.
Dan needs your chair.
Yeah, if you want to stay in here with Ranger Dan, I don't even want to be in here when he's here.
No, there's just something, man. I creep out, and I honestly get the impression he doesn't have a lot of time for me either. So whatever.
Well, good to see you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you again.
you guys too.
We'll chat again tomorrow.
All right, see ya.
The John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you right now by Sioux Falls JobFair.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I have Mike Emery. He's the Vice President of Folds of Honor, South Dakota chapter. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Oh, doing great. How are you?
I am fantastic. And first of all, thank you for doing what you guys do. This is an amazing organization. Let's give people who maybe are not familiar with Folds of Honor a little snapshot of what you do and why you do it.
Again, thanks for having me. I'm more than happy to be here and spread the news. We do one thing and one thing only, and that is we take care of the spouses and the children of fallen and severely wounded soldiers who live in South Dakota.
And this is an organization that's all across the country, but your chapter covers the state of South Dakota.
It does. And so the way that it works is every dollar we raise stays in South Dakota. If we raise more than we need, the overflow goes to somewhere else that may need it. Same idea.
Yeah.
Spouses and children of wounded and fallen soldiers. If you grew up in South Dakota, you served, and your family's living back, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Maybe they're from Annapolis, Maryland.
Yeah.
Wherever they live now
Yeah.
is the chapter that will take care of them. That's why the 50 states are important.
That is, and they're all covered, all 50.
I believe we're at 48 now.
48.
But, yeah.
Okay. Well, come on, you other two, step it
Yeah,
up.
I know.
And this is an organization that does amazing things, but you haven't been around a long, long time. How long ago did it start?
It started in 2007.
So 2007. So again, in the grand scheme of things, still fairly new, but you've made a huge impact in lives since then, haven't you?
We have. We give $5,000 scholarships, and part of the caveat where we differ is that we give scholarships to private education for kids in kindergarten through 12th grade. $5,000 a year, renewable. You apply every year, but it's renewable.
Nice.
And also through undergrad. And I say through undergrad, that doesn't mean 4 years. If your undergrad takes 5, then you would be able to apply until your undergrad was done.
That is really cool. And this is something that, again, the organization covers the entire state of South Dakota, but we've got people on the east side of the state, people on the west side of the state, and you guys all kind of work together, don't you?
We do. We've got one big team that's spread out with some key components, folks that have a lot of influence here on this side and the other side, and it's literally our virtual job right now to fill the Missouri River.
Yeah.
Just fill it with love and with dedication and with service, and remind everybody that it is one big state of people who serve, and some, unfortunately, don't get to come home the way that the rest of us did.
Now, do you have usually a pretty warm welcome when you guys are chatting with people? I would assume it's probably.
Oh, yeah. And, moving here from the East Coast, I'm already just overwhelmed daily.
Yeah.
Just from having a tag for being a veteran, and I can't get out of my car to get into a store without 3 people saying thanks for your service. And
But I think that's something that's kind of ingrained in people from this area, because everybody listening right now, I guarantee you, everybody listening knows somebody, is related to somebody, or they are somebody who served, because this area, and I think that's a lot of areas, but this area very much is a patriotic area, people who do care. So I think that's one of the things that you'll see there. So.
Oh, it's noticeable from the moment you cross the line, honestly. I mean, I moved out here at the age of 43.
Nice.
And in 43 years, never once had I gotten out of my car and someone said, well, of course I didn't serve 43 years ago, but in my life, I don't recall a time before I moved to South Dakota that anyone said, hey, thanks for your service. And it didn't dawn on me. It didn't be like, hey, why isn't anyone saying thanks? That wasn't why I served.
Yeah.
But it was very awkward.
Yeah.
Like still is right now awkward when someone says, oh, thanks for your service. And I thought, I volunteered, right? The draft didn't happen.
Yeah.
I did do this on purpose. But
So with Folds of Honor, is this something that the people that are working together on your team, and others, are they all veterans or mainly veterans? Or?
No, we've got we're probably at about 50-50 on the board. Okay. And all of the folks who volunteer, we have lots of volunteers all the way from the general out west to members of the Guard, to former military like myself and 3 or 4 others.
Nice.
We're about 50-50 on the board, though.
Very nice.
We've got retired full bird captains in the
nice.
Navy and such. So
we've talked a lot about how people can receive from Folds of Honor, and you guys do amazing things. But for people listening, they're going, boy, I would like to give to this organization. How do they give, and how do they help you do what you do?
Well, one of the more exciting ways they can give right now is through a raffle we have for customized Benelli Montefeltro 12-gauge shotgun.
Nice.
That's first prize. Second prize would be a fishing equipment package. That's $1,100 of value.
Cool.
And then the third place is a Yeti soft side cooler, $50 gift card. All that comes out to be $350, and all that's through the generosity of Shields.
Very cool. And they step up quite often, don't they?
Often and always.
Nice. That is very, very... And if somebody would like to get a raffle ticket, they just have to track you guys down, or they go to a website? How do they do that?
They would just go to southdakota.foldsofhonor.org.
So southdakota.foldsofhonor.org. And I'm going to do something even easier than that. I'll throw a link to it on our Facebook page. So
perfect.
If you're trying to figure out how do I do this, where do we go, what do we do, we're going to make it easy. So we'll do a link at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Thank you so much for coming in, Mike. We appreciate it. And thanks for doing what you do with Folds of Honor.
It's our pleasure, and we're looking forward to making this bigger and better every day.
And again, their website, southdakota.foldsofhonor.org.
Addiction is a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those you love the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. TimeForRehab.com reminds you that you don't need to let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, in a fresh, sparkly little Monday morning, heartfelt, snappy salute off the well-starched brim of the Ranger Dan cap to you, too. What's going on over there, Campy? Hello, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Oh, good to see you. That's a good sight for sore eyes. But we last week we started talking about owls, and I literally thought I'd pretty much explained all the critter knowledge on owls that I possibly could, but I managed to dig a little deeper over the weekend. We got some more fascinating stuff. I love owls. Who doesn't love owls?
I love owls.
We learned, I think, at some point last week that there are many different species of owls. In fact, did you know, holy can moly, there are 220 different kinds of owls.
Really?
And here's the thing. You can tell the different species of them by how they are. Now, as far as what owls eat, pretty fascinating. Owls are what is known as carnivores. They are meat eaters. In fact, that's pretty much primarily all they eat. They like rodents, mice. They love mice. And, the fact of the matter is any little critter actually will do as long as it's Well, made of meat. In fact, some large owls, listen to this, some large owls will even eat smaller owls.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
They do this primarily because they taste good. Now, speaking of large owls, and this is really fascinating, the largest ever owl ever was known as Cuba's giant owl.
Okay.
They're called this because they were big.
It's good.
Like measuring up to 3.5 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Big owl.
And they lived in Cuba.
Okay.
Sadly, this owl went extinct.
Oh.
That was primarily due to Cuba being a communist nation, and a lot of them couldn't get food, medical care, or toilet paper. And the rest were either eaten or turned into really expensive cigars.
Oh, gosh.
Well, that's all the time we have today, Little Radio Rangers. Till next critter corner, this is your Ranger Dan. Out and say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm Nick from PureCanaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCanaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCana, PureCanaCompany.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. A roller coaster week for stocks ended Friday, with all their major indices finishing in the red. Is this a sign of larger sell-off or just a normal end-of-the-month volatility? That will be for investors to decide as the calendar flips now to August. The new month will give investors a chance to reevaluate their holdings and perhaps go fishing for bargains on quality stocks that are now on sale. And they'll have plenty of new data to consider as well. The beginning of the month brings a full slate of earnings reports along with data on retail sales, consumer confidence, and the Producer Price Index. The week will come to an end with a jobs report on Friday. The expectation is for a Goldilocks report that is better than July, but not as good as June. I guess we'll see on Friday. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.